What is up, guys? We are back. Another episode of the Fantasy Disc Golf Podcast. This is episode 4. At least that's what the email said when Stanley sent it to me. I'm sitting here at the airport hotel in Copenhagen. It's about midnight, but we don't miss meetings. That's what we're doing here, boys.
We're here, baby.
So we got Cascade Challenge this weekend. How you doing, though, boys?
We're doing good.
We're doing real good.
Smooth here at the shop. Nothing burned down.
I'm number 6 in the world on Skip Ace. So
in our
maybe not in the world, in our Discord one at least,
which is still really good.
which is still like
kind of in the world.
It's kind of in the
Anyone
world.
can do it.
I mean, the world that matters.
Yeah.
I got number 3 last week at Champions Cup. So
Did you have me on your
did not.
Okay.
but I had Connor, and
He
Connor
wouldn't have
got
been in
negative
6 if he
points.
did.
Connor got negative points, and everyone else got 200 or more for me.
That's legit.
Just to shout out some stats on here. A huge increase in people up to 4,500 entrants. That's pretty cool. I think that means
cool.
a lot of people are interested in at least a little bit of free gambling on here.
Free gambling.
Free picks.
Free.
You win stuff. As far as Champions Cup went for the Hold My Bag, I like that we can go straight to our league, so we can kind of miss through all the riffraff. The OTB disc lineup that we had Ezra and Goose help us with last week actually beat us all
Let's go.
at 423. So cracking the top 500. Mine was second at 698. Aaron in third at 1400. Phil Duclo 2000, and Scriggler. The old Sammy boy still towards the bottom. He moved up a little bit. He did pick himself. Or no, he couldn't. Yeah, you couldn't pick yourself in this one. Yeah, that
bad choice. I told everyone it was a bad choice.
Yeah.
Kyle still had me on his.
That's fine.
Am I not in our?
I guess not. Oh, I
Hold
just
My
have
Bag?
I just have the OTB disc on
Okay,
there.
I
Yeah,
gotta
didn't
join
notice.
that. I got
Yeah,
243rd place.
Okay. So Danny with the top
legit.
dog there on the Hold My Bag, and I like that you can go to the tour card one as well, and you can see exactly. I think there's only like 10 or 12 entrants for that, but Goose got second this week on the Pro Tour card, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was fun doing it with them.
Yeah. And then I guess we'll move into the next one and the Cascade Challenge. This week also you can pay $10 and get into the money option as well. It's obviously all free if you want. And then there's the upgrade now version. It's $10. Winner gets $1,000. Pays all the way down to 150th place, gets $5 back. So right now there's only 64 entrants, so you have a good chance at least getting your money back. So you might want to try that one out if you haven't already.
We like that,
Dude. Yeah, I gotta jump in on that.
Yep. And then so looking into the tier 1, we got Ricky Wysocki, Nicholas Antela, Isaac Robinson, Anthony Barella, and Gannon Burr. I thought it was very unique this week, a lot less names to choose from. So I'm interested to see how it all breaks down. For me, I went with Gannon Burr this week. I think it was the easy choice, even though I've been going opposite direction the last few weeks.
I went with Gannon again also.
Yep.
Sticking to it.
Yep. Easy choice.
Hard
right
not
now.
to.
Sure. All right. And Gannon.
Other guys are playing amazing, but like it's just so hard to pass on Gannon.
I am curious though, like when is it a good idea to just not pick Gannon Burr, especially in the paid one, because you kind of want to be different in some way.
Yeah. Every
I'll
week
leave it for another spot.
there's been a clear winner. There's been no ties or anything like that. Like, so I think you can't really.
Have they all picked Gannon Burr every winner?
For the most part.
Yeah.
I don't think so, but it's
Maybe
been,
not all of them,
it's been
but-
a solid pick. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard. not to.
Although shout out
to
Nick
be fair.
Loss for winning this tournament by 10 last year. It was just a Q series,
right.
but smashed.
Yep. Sheldon Springs is a cool course too. I played it, and
Oh, nice.
definitely fairly wooded with a couple little open bits.
The Pacific Northwest makes for great golf.
I did go a little different route this
Big
week
trees.
too, so.
I actually did too, a little bit.
Not as long of a course as what they've been playing.
No,
too.
definitely not a long course.
And if they played like Santa Cruz recently or something like that. A different course, but
It's kind of
similar styles of game.
It's
I would
big
say.
trees, tight hallways.
Yeah.
Different
Straight
elevation.
shots.
Maybe more elevation coming into play more often.
Not very much elevation at Shelton Springs.
No?
No.
Oh, okay. I can't remember it from last
It was
year.
pretty
very
flat.
well.
There's
I
there's a
don't know the
little
course
bit,
at all.
but like
Mhm.
it's mostly wooded, big pine trees, big trees.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, it's going to be gorgeous. Pacific Northwest, man. It's hard to beat.
Yep. All right, moving on from Gannon-Burr there for tier 1. Tier 2, a couple more names. Simon Lizotte, Paul Macbeth, Kyle Klein, Joey Buckets, James Proctor, Ezra Robinson, and Adam Hammis.
I know where Jared's going.
I'm going Paul McBeast,
I
though.
understand.
He's
so
playing so
hungry.
good. I know he didn't pull through last week,
I
but
feel like he didn't play good last week.
the
He
chances
played
are
one
there.
round good.
Yeah,
Played a great first
Yeah.
round. Yeah.
Great first round and
Great
then 3 mediocre
round
rounds.
and a half.
He's so hungry.
I picked Hammis.
Yeah.
Hammis
I like
isn't a
that
bad
call.
play. He played well here last year as well.
Yeah. I think the game it's fairly forehand friendly. Make putts. Yeah,
And
Hammis.
I think part of that goes towards Paul. Paul loves his forehand right now much more than his backhand. I think he's more
Interesting.
confident in it. And
Yeah,
I think
I
through
feel
the
like
woods,
I'm going to go with the player that's been playing as good as Paul, and his forehand is his game. So
Mhm.
Ezra Robinson tied for second in this event last year
Oh,
as well.
nice.
There was a small field being the Q series, but yeah.
If Ezra had played a little bit better at Masters Cup last weekend, I think I probably would have put him in the lineup. And he got 14th, so it's like it's not bad. But in that field at
expect
Masters
him.
Cup last week,
Yeah.
like he won it the year before. I thought he was going to do good things and just kind of slowed down. So who knows? Maybe it's a bounce back, or maybe he's just not feeling it right now. But it was a tough call to not pick him. I did go with Jared there and picking Paul Hammis. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Honestly, good choices in this tier, even though it's fewer this week than it has been.
I'm all right with
For
Paul.
sure. So Paul Macbeth going there, Gannon, Paul, and then tier 3, Mason Ford, Gavin Rathbun, Gavin Babcock, Ezra Aderhold, Cole Radallen, Austin Turner, Andrew Presnell, Andrew Marweed, Aaron Gossage, and Eagle McMahon. This one's a unique week, man. There's some names down here in tier 3.
Mhm.
I started off with Marweed, and now I kind of changed it, but I think Marweed's a good pick, but I'm going to go with Cole Radallen.
I was between
I
Cole
like
and
the Cole
Marweed,
call.
and I went with Marweed.
Okay.
Yeah, nice.
I think having a forehand and a putt really matters at this course.
Yeah.
Like it really matters here, and
I like that play too.
And for those reasons, I also went Marweed.
I like it.
You may want to reconsider your lineup. It's looking a lot like mine.
hey, I'm confident, baby.
can't be
Hey,
following
the
Sam.
clock is right twice a day. A broken
Hey,
clock is right twice a
is
day.
true.
This is Sam's week.
This is true.
Nice. We can rock Marweed. I'm really
All right.
torn between Ezra, who's playing hot right now,
Yeah.
especially after we almost didn't choose him. I don't think either of us had him in our personal lineup. So that was definitely a point of contention.
I had him in my lineup, so
Yeah.
Let's
And then Austin Turner, man, like he, maybe didn't have the best week at Champions Cup, but has been shredding all year and has been like the default pick.
Yeah.
In tier 3, you say forehand course, that means lefty
Yeah,
course in
lefty.
a lot of ways.
I don't disagree.
Yeah. And then Eagle always plays well in Oregon.
Mhm.
And then you're looking at Marweed and Cole, like so many good choices, but we can lock in Marweed for the group pick. I'm good with that.
Alrighty. Tier 4, Zachary Nash, Robert Burridge, Paul Kranz, Parker Welk, Luke Taylor, Luke Humphreys, Jake Mon, Corey Ellis, Casey White, Benjamin Calloway, Alden Harris, and Kevin Jones to round out tier 4. A few more people to choose from. What do you guys pick on this one?
My boy Corey Ellis.
All right.
Yeah.
Yep. I just think his game, I think it's a woodsy-ish course with a little bit of open, and it just fits his game really well.
He's
And
one
the
of
putt, you got to make putts. here.
he's one of those guys. It gives me old Sepu Paju vibes where he can throw really freaking hard,
Yeah.
but down a pipe.
Yep.
I did go with Benjamin Callaway. A little bit of recency bias.
Yeah.
I think he's been playing well. I think he's been kind of on the cusp of having a good win in his pocket this year. And so I went with Callaway almost strictly off of just gut and recency bias.
All right.
Nice.
Danny?
I'm going Casey White here. There's a
I like
lot of
that play
names that
too.
stood out, but
Yeah.
for some reason, I just feel like Casey White's due. This is the kind of course that's going to be able to set up for him pretty well. I'm good with just about any name on here.
All right,
You're looking at,
tiebreaker,
Luke
Jared.
Taylor.
Yeah.
We got 4
Parker
different
Wells was up
names
there.
here.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Stanley, tiebreaker. Who
I
are
was
you
going to
picking?
say, should we not
I'm,
pick any of those 4 then?
I'm going Alden Harris.
I like that too.
Placed top 10 here last year and has really been playing well. He's very sneaky too. Like he really doesn't play from the front, but he is always towards the top 15, I believe.
Yeah.
So I
My-
picked one with Alden Harris.
I think my only real issue is I don't think he could pop off personally, and so it's kind of like it's a high floor play.
Yeah.
One thing I do think of about Casey White is his hyzer flip game and how well he played
Yeah.
Northwoods Black
Yeah.
and just kind of a wood scene in general.
And he's on fire right now.
That's
He is.
good
Yeah.
for those kind of courses.
I think he just made his game better. Are we going Casey here? I'm down with it.
Who you got, Stan?
Corey.
Corey
Corey.
Ellis. It is Corey Ellis
go,
from
Corey.
Stan.
I like that.
All right. Rolling into tier 5. Zach Arlinghouse, Ty Love, Scott Withers, Paul Ulibarri, Nico LaCastro, Matt Bell, Jeremy Colling, Jake Kiemenheimer, Eric Oakley, Clay Edwards, Chris Clemens, Chandler Kramer, Calvin Lundquist, Andrew Miranda, Albert Tam, Nicholas Gill, and Connor Rock. Quite a few names to choose from. I want, again, different little route. I want Matt Bell.
I thought about Matt Bell, and then I changed last second and went with the artist formerly known as Andy Mirandi.
Oh,
Now
Drew Miranda now.
Drew
I
Miranda.
like that call too.
So I was a little bit stuck on Drew Miranda for like 5 minutes, and I changed to Matt Bell. And so
Nice.
kind of funny.
like that. All
Drew's
right.
been doing well. He's
Yeah.
just fresh on tour. His
Yeah.
first event of the season was OTB or
Yep.
Champions Cup. So I didn't go with him last week only because I'm like, oh, it's his first tournament back. Like, you know, it
And he
takes a
played
minute to
pretty
get
good.
it, and he crushed.
Yeah.
But
I just
Matt
think
Bell,
he might be real good.
Matt Bell plus Woods equals success.
Yep.
In my mind.
I don't
That's a good
disagree.
call. That's a good call.
That's why I was going back and forth.
I wanted to go Ty Love just because local.
Yeah.
And I felt like he might have a good play there, but
Did not know
Hasn't
that he
been,
was local.
I think he's like
Yeah, yeah.
Oregon, Washington guy.
yep. Yeah, it says Powell Butte, Oregon on his PDGA.
Nice.
Definitely one of Cole's homies that he used to play with a bunch up there.
Mhm.
Scott Withers was another
Yeah.
kind of dart throw that I felt like might work out, just knowing the Pacific Northwest that well. Yuli really jumped out to me. Andrew Miranda definitely jumped out, but I like let's lock in that Matt Bell play.
Sick.
Ooh,
Alrighty.
someone's making noise out there.
So as a team, we decided on Gannon Burr, Paul Macbeth, Andrew Marweed, Corey Ellis, and Matt Bell to pull us in. Hopefully you guys can ride with us on the interwebs as well. Hopefully you guys are liking and subscribing our YouTube video here. Also working the Skip Ace.
Skip Ace.
Hold My Bag's been great. Skip Ace is our a little bit longer running fantasy that we've been doing the last couple years.
We love it.
It's a similar style, but it does get the FBO in there,
Yeah.
which we
Shout
like
out
about it.
JVD, Johnny
Yeah.
Van Derzen,
Yep.
who's the brainchild behind this.
Again, so this one's a lot different. It plays off the ratings of players, so you have a rating range, just like we've
Yep.
been
You
doing.
have a salary cap.
We've been doing it differently. We just kind of been going from the top, seeing what we like.
I started with the FPO this time, and I
Okay.
went to middle of the packs. Anakin Steen and Weatherman.
I like that.
Nice.
Okay. Weatherman has been known to play well here as well.
Yeah, I just
I
think
went-
it's once again putting left to right, shaping shots.
Mm-hmm.
I went Page and Cat. Cat
Paige is
got
hurt, and so
second,
I stayed away from her.
or Cat
I
got.
have heard she's hurt too. It's
She
been making
dropped out
me
of
wanna-
match play today.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's a good
Yeah,
play. I
bummer.
like that.
She's
Cat got
a-
third last year.
She's got a shouldered dealio. I haven't talked to her personally, but what she said is she's got a shoulder dealio that hurts when she lifts things, when she putts, when she finishes her throws. She doesn't think it's serious, but being cautious.
I'll
Yeah.
move off of her. I'll
Being
pick up Anakin.
cautious. Anakin's
I don't
just
mind
like
the
the
Anakin
Anakin.
call.
Yeah, we'll rock
I
with
like,
the Anakin for sure.
I picked Raven Klein because she got
Ooh,
second
like that
last
also.
year.
I did
And
too.
she's just an amazing
she
human
throws
and golfer.
fairways really well.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I've learned watching Raven play is like her fairway game is money.
Sick. But yeah, I went Raven and Madison and saved a bunch of points for MPO. I thought about Holland, Missy riding high.
Yeah.
Felt like that's always such a safe play with a chance to get the dub too, every time.
Yeah.
But like she's got one of the highest floors in the whole FPO field, especially in an event that Kristen's not playing.
Yep.
So Anakin, and the second one was
I
We didn't say
would
a second
okay.
one.
vouch for
Oh.
Raven.
Oh,
On the
Raven.
second one.
Raven,
You guys
yeah.
Raven
know.
did
I'm down
get
with that.
second last year as well
I-
at this event.
I'm down with Raven.
I've got Raven as my second as well.
My thing with the FPO this time is I wanted to get some middle ground while leaving. I have 10 or 3 10-30 rated players in my lineup.
Yeah, I've
And-
got
Okay, yeah.
I've got
So
a
and
good top 3, I think, because of that too.
I kind of like, I don't want to say skimped. I think the girls I think Steen and Weatherman are really good choices in this
Yeah.
lineup.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
And
one
I
of
went
those,
with Connor also.
it's one of those courses where distance may not be
Is
your
important.
best friend.
Yep.
And so I think some of these other FPOs who throw
Putt.
30 feet
I think-
shorter than
I'm not sure if
the
Own's
field.
playing, but if Own's on there, she's
Oh, I
probably a
would-
good call.
Yeah, she is. If you want to
She is.
spend,
Yeah.
But if you
wanna
want to spend
some
money,
cash, yeah,
But I think she's probably going to play well this week.
she might win it.
I
would
you guys
love to
made me
see-
switch my whole.
I would
lineup
love
around.
to see Own win a Pro Tour event this year. She's so good.
She's really good.
Yeah.
It's crazy
Let's,
what you can do with 30 more points.
Right?
Yeah. Let's,
I have 3 10-30 rated players on my lineup, and I'm very comfortable with the other 3 players.
All right, so Anakin, Raven Klein for the ladies.
What's Raven rated right now?
946,
Oh, so that's even less
46.
than Weatherman. All right,
Mhm.
cool. Extra points.
yeah.
and then the ratings update was this week too, so that
Oh,
plays
that's
into it.
right.
If you got your lineups in
I got mine in
before the
today,
week,
so-
then you got a couple extra maybe
Or
points to work
less.
with, or less.
We don't know.
I do like the Marweed play from the MPO.
I got Marweed in my lineup.
He's been playing well. 1034. It's not too high, and it's still a good play. He has a chance to win.
I'm going to mention all the same people because I have the
Yeah.
other 3 in my other lineup also. And it's Hamis, Marweed, and Corey Ellis.
Nice. I've got Corey
Okay.
in there right now.
Yeah.
And then I paid up for Niklas with,
Makes sense. I like
since I
paying
went
up.
2 940s for FPO.
I like that play actually. Man,
And then Connor. I'm just rolling with our boy Connor down there. So he's going to.
I was gonna do Connor. I think I wanted to go Colton. He really feels the vibes from Oregon and Washington golf. I feel like and plays well
I
there.
can dig
He's
that.
been putting some fun videos together too.
I
Burning
think
that hole
him.
with just a lone how-to, but it's on different.
Oh
holes.
yeah.
That was a good video.
I think they're having fun with things now, and
I hope so.
life's a little easier for them than
Okay.
it was a year or 2 ago.
This team feels starting to come together for me.
Jared's changing the lineup.
Yeah,
Mid-
you guys made me change. I don't know. I heard Paige maybe dropped out today, and it made
She
me
didn't
want
drop-
to.
she didn't
I didn't
drop
know
out.
what
She
to
dropped
do
out of
there.
Match play.
And
Yeah.
for me, it's like it's either her or I really need to adjust things. It's
Yeah.
not like, oh, I'll just take
Yep.
the next person.
No,
Nah,
I agree.
I don't work like that generally. So I
We
was able to
have
pick
a
up.
lot of faith in our girl. Paige.
Yeah,
We
Like,
do.
we really
Like,
do.
It like I was
Right.
on the verge of keeping her on my lineup just because if she does play, I think it's one of those. I mean, it depends on the
She
kind
just
of
feels
injury.
good right now, and I think life's good. She's
Yeah.
having fun.
Yeah.
She
Paige
said
in
she,
Oregon
she said
does
it was.
well.
She said it was like a 5 out of 10 pain
Pain.
when she was like putting or following through, and I'm like, that's hard. Like
Yeah.
it's hard to get past for
But it's
3
also-
rounds of solid golf. And I love her. If it was something with like her, if it was anything other than like her
Also,
throwing
she might wake
instrument,
up
I
in 2
might-
days and be gone because that's
I
what
hope-
happens when you're 34
Sure.
years old,
I
and
hope so.
sometimes it just works like that.
So
So
Paige, go.
I think we got something coming together here. So we got
Mhm.
Marweed. I do like the Antilla play. So Antilla and Colton Montgomery, if we're okay
Yep,
with that.
I'm good with all of those.
Yep.
I'm not saying no
And
to
then-
Antilla.
And then par 4, the pick number 4. I personally have Cole Redolin in there right now.
Down with
How
Cole.
many
But-
points we got?
There
gonna
is
say.
hold on.
It's gonna be like 10:30ish because that's what Cole is.
1033. So you have all the way up to Eagle McMahon, Aaron Gossage, Babcock, Buckets, Presnell, Casey White, Corey
Buckets is a
Ellis,
sneaky
Paul
one. I haven't
Ulibarri,
picked him
Weathers,
anywhere, but I've
Cole.
been thinking about Buckets in this.
He
for a little
hasn't, and I love Buckets, and I think he's got a great game. He hasn't popped off much. That I haven't seen his name much on like leaderboards or
Yeah.
anything.
bit. No.
I put in Presnell. I think this course
Okay.
might play to him.
Mhm.
Yep. I can see
Um,
that.
Again, I think when it comes to woods courses, I just think, how well do you play Northwoods?
Yeah.
And I mean,
And this is
won it last year.
it's not
so-
that woodsy comparatively.
It's not, but,
But
he
this is-
shapes a disc so well.
This has got that course where like the trees are big, so it's kind of hard to judge where things are sometimes.
Mhm.
Sure.
It's not quite like Brook Trails. It's not that big.
No,
But like there's some of that, like that looks like it's pretty far away. And then like
but it's not a bunch of skinny trees like at Idlewild
no,
or something.
no. It's big trees.
So,
So-
we got 10:33 left. We're looking at Eagle
I feel like-
on down. This was a range I was in just like a minute or two ago when I was finishing
Mhm.
out my lineup. And like, man, I ended up kind of really liking Cole, even Yuli and Withers, Corey
Yeah.
Ellis, Casey White.
I like Cole.
Ended up
Casey White's
liking the
in there.
10:30, 10:31 more than the 10:33s. No offense to Eagle and Gossage.
Sure.
And also,
sure.
shout out Gavin Babcock for being 10:32. That's impressive.
Eagle does love this area of the United States.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
it's on a
And it's
golf
like not a
course.
course that you feel like would set up for him as well.
True.
You know, where like you're picturing Glendevere, where it's long bombs because he's got one of the highest ceilings in our sport as far as just pure distance, backhand and forehand. But we gotta see it back again. Where I'm rooting for him, we gotta see.
Yeah, he
it
played
back,
real
so,
well at Champions Cup.
I would vote
Yeah,
for any
he's a
of the 1031s personally.
Yeah, I'm good with
any
I'm
of
kind of
them.
rolling with the Redolin.
Yeah, that's who I ended up
Okay.
settling on, and I tweaked a
Yeah.
couple other things
Yeah.
to use all my
Rock
points.
Cole.
So if we go Cole, do we want to tweak or do we leave a couple points on the table?
I'm always down.
There
leaving
is 3
on the
points
table.
left on the table there. I leave a couple personally.
Yeah, if
I
I'm-
never have.
If I'm within 5-ish, I just don't care.
You'd be jumping up to Lucky and Sarah Holcomb maybe over Raven.
Nope. I like Raven.
Um,
I'll go
the
for it.
like the Coles like that. You're leaving some out there. Montgomery, you're going to like a Jason Lawson or Connor O'Reilly or Matthew Alexander, which
Nah,
we're
I'm
good
good.
with where we're
I
at.
like Colton.
I think we're good with
Yeah.
where we're at. Yeah.
You could go Paul or Isaac over Antilla, but I like Antilla on this course.
Hmm.
And then
Yeah, he's
Marweed, you
playing well
could
right
go
now, too.
Proctor Lazat, Austin Turner, or Adam Hammis over Marweed. But
I might go Hammis over Marweed, but
I have
I'm
Hammis
good with any
personally.
of that too.
yeah.
Yeah.
I personally have Hammis, and
I
Flip
have
the
both.
and it's funny. I'm
Aaron,
kind of
flip
hedging.
the blowfly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm hedging.
right.
I have Hammis here,
Uh,
and then Marweed on.
Yeah.
Hold my
Big
bag.
big OTB Open is Hammis. Small OTB Opens is Marweed.
On a blowfly. Oh,
It's Marweed.
Marweed it
Oh,
is.
Sorry.
Jared's computer. Sorry, Jared's computer.
It's all good.
Sick.
And there's plenty of
Alrighty. I've got our hold my bag one locked in for OTB.
Sick. All right.
I'll put the skip
I'm
ace
gonna
in.
head out and go to sleep.
Hell yeah, we're gonna head out to the weekly.
All right.
Good
Yeah.
night.
Thanks
Yeah,
for
do it.
joining us, Danny.
Yep.
See ya.
Happy to do it. Later,
Happy
boys.
European Day to you.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
And,
That's exactly what they
European
call
Day.
it.
Thanks for joining us on YouTube. Please like, subscribe, maybe leave a comment. Let us know if we lost you or made you any money.
Does Jared have a good mustache?
And have a good day.
Please don't follow
Yep.
my lineup.
Thanks, Stanley.